Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We've given this typical question, which is example 9.3 says the figure 9.9 shows a vertical rod with a length of 1.5. Here it's a length 1.5 there. All right, shows the length with 1.5 and the diameter of 35 meter. We have here it's a diameter of 35 meter. The rod is rigidly fixed to a support its upper end, and a rigid collar is circular attached to its lower end, and the mass of 10 kg falls freely through a height, that is the height, onto the rigid collar, the lower end of the rod. Calculate the maximum stress about the about in the rod. Given Young's modulus is 200 gigapascal of K. Okay, these are shock loads, right? So guys, impact loads, we have given impact load, right? So the formula that you're supposed to use, you're supposed to know, as the collar will flow, follow this, will flow from that height to this height, from the initial position to this height. There's the energy, loss there due to what? Due to potential energy. But that potential energy must be equals to the strain to overcome it. All right. So what is that potential energy? Potential energy is given by mass multiplied by gravity. Obviously would be what? Multiplied by what? By the height, where it's falling, the height there. Right, remember this, as this will fall down, guys, as this will hit this, there will be a height that will take place. We'll call it that height there, that we don't know it. There will be the height that will cause this to go down, right, to go further down. We can call it that height, maybe might be x, or some, we can call it x. There will be a change in length, right? So that will be equals to h plus x, the change in length of this object, because this weight will cause the the cooler to go down by x then. All right, whereby this is equals to, remember, must be potential energy must be equal to the strain energy. Are we together there? Must be equal to the strain energy, whereby we know strain is 1 over 2 f multiplied by x. However, to use we know what is the changing length. We know what is the changing length. To use the simpler form, the simpler formula is mg multiplied by gravity. We have that h. The h is this one. This is will be what will be our h, plus x. We know that x is the same as f multiplied by the length divided by area multiplied by Young modulus or elasticity. This must be equals to the top part there. You can also, the force there is there. You can do this, will be same as f squared multiplied by length over 2 multiplied by Young modulus multiplied by E. So the recommended formula for us to use is this one, guys, the fastest one. So we can apply that formula there as you've given the mass. All right, what is the mass of this object? Then the mass is 100, is 10, sorry, is 10, will be 10 multiplied by gravity is 9.81. Height h is this height between the circular collar and that thing, guys. This height will be h. Call this height h, which is 0.4, will be plus 0.4, right, plus the force, right, plus the force. We don't know the force, but the length, this L is the total length. That will be length, which is 0.5 multiplied by 1.5. Divide this by the area. All right, area, because now the area of this, rod, guys, is focusing in the area of this rod there. We've given 35 diameter there. We know that will be, we have our 2 here, 2 divided by the area, multiply by the area is pi over 4, right? It's pi over 4. We know that pi over 4 multiply by diameter, obviously. This 35, you divide that by 1000 is the same as 0.035. We square that. Obviously, we multiply this by Young modulus. It have given us to be 200. Multiply this by 200. Obviously, must be gigapascal is the same times 10 to the power of positive 9. All over this, you divide, there is a division, by the way. Then all of this must be equals to, this must be equals to what? This must be equals to what? The f squared, we don't know the f squared, multiplied by the length, original length it's 1.5, divide by 2, actually we divide by what? By 2 again, the area, multiply by pi over 4, the diameter is 0.035 squared. Obviously multiply again by the Young modulus, which is 200 times 10 to the power of positive 9. Remember that was in gigapascal, so this is what we have here. Alright, this is what we have. Right, this is what we have. So when you simplify this side, you multiply this, right? Then you punch this on the calculator. We have 0.5 there, all those things there. So there, here we should obtain in this side, if you punch that, we should obtain here will be, should obtain 0.4 plus 7.795 times 10 to the power of minus 9 multiplied by f. Because we have f, we simply just punch this on the calculator, punch that, right, do the things there. This will be equals to the right hand side, you punch this on the calculator, punching that, we're supposed to have that, we have f squared, isn't it there? This will be, punching that will be 39.735 times 10 to the power of minus 12. We have our f squared there. The aim is to calculate that f squared. So here you want this f squared. How can you go about this? Okay, can take this to the other side. I'll take, okay, I can rewrite this as 39, I'll start by writing that, 735 times 10 to the power of minus 12 f squared is equal, oh sorry, I'll say minus this guy, minus that, minus 7.795 times 10 to the power of minus 9 f minus also 0.4. This must be equals to 0. So anyways, here we have what we call, there we have our quadratic. This is a quadratic, right? So we have what we call the quadratic. So quadratic formula, we want f will be f, because we're looking for f, will be minus b, or quadratic formula, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, divide this by 2a. All right, then we can substitute. Therefore we can try and substitute. Minus b will be negative 7, that thing there. We have this is negative negative 7,795 times 10 to the power of minus 9. That is our B there. We have plus or minus the square root again. B, it's minus 7, 795 there times 10 to the power of minus 9. Square this. All right, minus 4, then A is the whole of that. A will be that the value that we have there. What is that? 39. We have this 39,735 times 10 to the power of minus 12, like that. All right, then C is there. We have C there. If you can see, our C is negative 4 there, minus negative 4, 0,4, sorry, is negative 0,4 minus minus would be 0,4. All of these that we have here should be divided by 2A. A is 39,735 times 10 to the power of minus 12. So punching all of this, try to punch all of that, punching all of this there, punching all of that is supposed to obtain F, our force. Punching all of that is supposed to obtain what? The force. So the force will simply equals to obviously supposed to have plus or minus. We'll have positive 0,431 kilonewton, or the force will be equals to minus 100,235 kilonewton. But we don't use this, we'll use the positive. We choose the positive value, that it's our force there. All right, we have the force, so we're supposed to calculate what? The stress. They said we should calculate what? The stress there. Calculate the stress brought about in the rod. The stress brought about in the rod, but we have the stress there, which is 100. As we've calculated, so we know that the stress will simply equals to the stress is what is force divided by area. We have now the force there, 100,431. It's kilonewton times 10 to the power of positive 3. Right. Divide by pi over 4. We know that the radius is, the diameter is 0,035. We square this. Punching this, we should obtain that the force, the stress there, should obtain the stress there. Punching that, we should obtain the stress to be 104,39. There must be megapascal. That is our stress there. Alright, so thank you for watching. That is our stress. This is how we go about doing this. Alright, you must understand that as you are applying the load, this load will cause this to extend a little bit. That extension, we call it X, but this height between the load and this collar is H. The total height there is what is a length from the bottom until there. Alright, this is what you have there.